Welcome to the Blackline Championship Series. Welcome to the sportiest stream. We have, oh dear, we have an open mic. There we go. We have Panda joining us here for a Contenders Series match. Dino Electronic Athletic Organization taking on New Age Sharks. And yes, that team name is as long as you think it is. But hey, Panda, welcome back. Again, it seems like you always like to get the funny team names on the stream. We had you cast the LeBron James esports matchup recently. Now we have you casting this one with Dino Electronic. How are you feeling here, Panda? Are you excited for this upcoming matchup?
Yes, I'm absolutely excited for this upcoming matchup. I love the team names as always. It's always funny kind of having to say the org names, and then also some of the player names are always funny to do. Like I was um playing comp yesterday, and one of my teammates was named Quandale Dingle, and I'm like, as a caster, I cannot imagine having to cast an entire series with one of the players being called Quandale Dingle.
Well, unfortunately enough, none of the players today are called Quandale. It is just Dino Electronic Athletic Organization taking on New Age Sharks first. You're gonna hear me call them Dino Org probably a lot, as you can see their name's so long it doesn't even fit on the overlay. So that's interesting. Look at this. The blue side, their name doesn't fit. On a match after this, actually, will be another Blackline match. It'll be another New Age gaming team in the Wolves taking on Midwest Mafia. So in the Academy series, we actually haven't seen that this season yet. The champion division of the Blackline Championship series. But again, our first match, Dino Org taking on New Age Sharks. Here's our lineup today. This is a 3v3 best of 5, and right now, these teams couldn't be on more opposite sides of the group if they tried.
Yeah, I mean, 3-0 team versus an 0-3 team. Dino Org, I think, is going to, obviously in these situations, most of the time you assume that it's going to be a 3-0 sweep, but we've casted some 3-0 versus 0-3 teams, and it ends up being an upset. You kind of never know with these teams. Maybe they just had some tougher matchups versus some not so tough matchups. So you can never really tell. Hopefully it doesn't end in a 3-0 sweep, because I like seeing some competition between these two teams no matter what league.
Well, the only team that these two have actually played off against that's a similar opponent is Yukon Blue, actually, who are currently the number 3 ranked team at 2-1. Their only loss came to Dino Electronic, 3-0 in week 2, and in week 3 they came and swept White Sharks. So yes, well, I'd love for things to be close. It's not looking like it. It's definitely not shaping up to be a close series. But then again, maybe I'll curse it. That does happen sometimes. Is again, Dino Electronic. Here is someone in chat asking, what happened to Milky Militia? They're not here tonight, unfortunately. They didn't book me for tonight, so if you want more Milky Militia matches, I like the Milky Militia org. Let me know. As and we're gonna get these teams in as soon as we can. Here is Dino Electronic Athletic Organization taking on New Age Sharks. It takes me a while to say that name, but you can hear us call them Dino Org probably a lot because that's a nickname that we can go. Again, they're 3-0. They've had no issues so far this season. Their toughest matchup was against Yukon Blue, and well, so far things have looked very good for them. And they're in a position where the playoffs feels very much within reach. There's only 4 more weeks left. This is week 4 of 7 total weeks. A 4-0 record would be beautiful going into that week 5 because they're in a position where they're very close to clinching that top spot. They haven't done it yet, but the more they win, especially against teams like this, they're going to separate themselves from a lot of competition. And they'll they'll make it even easier for them to go to the playoffs, being that all they'll have to focus on is seeding, which is very important, especially in a playoff bracket that is as big as it is. I mean, how many teams play in this thing? It's a lot of teams. Let's see. I know there's I believe I want to say like 32 teams that go to the playoffs out of these groups. It's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, that is a lot of teams. Gonna make for an insane, upper and lower bracket for that playoff spot. But right now we are focused just on week 4 right now. And again, Dino Org going into 4-0 would be very nice. New Age Sharks going 1-3. That might save them a little bit, might save their playoff chances, might get that confidence going, that spark that team may have needed in order to get some more wins under their belt, and still claw and climb their way back up into that playoff contention. Because I mean, hey, until it is absolutely no chance at all, too late in the season to get into playoff contention, there's still always that hope and that chance.
Yeah, and they have to cling on to that hope because, well, this team is had a very tough time this. We've actually even seen New Age Sharks recently when they got swept by Team Ignition in week 2. Again, they've had a rough season, but you know that this is a team that I think, at least I know the players on this team, they're not away from upsets. And for them, if they can make it to the playoffs, that would be a huge deal for them because they are not expected to make it there. They're expected to not have a very strong season, and again, making playoffs to would definitely be a good way of kind of subverting what people expect of them, and again for what New Age Sharks are looking for. That's a pretty strong goal for Dino. Or I mean, at this point, you're looking to see if how far in the playoffs they can make it, because they're in a position where the playoffs seem likely. And again, different goals, but a win here, as you said, really helpful in trying to get yourself closer and closer to that. Because for Dino, a win gets them closer to clinching that the playoffs, and for New Age Sharks, a loss would get them closer to not being able to make playoffs, which would really put a dampen on their overall season.
Yeah, and I mean, even if Dino Org doesn't win this one, there's always, if you're a 3-0 team, you can always have that go next mentality where it's like, okay, we may not have won this series, but we can still carry that in or not carry that into our next series, and we can do better, we can improve. And with these teams being between low or high champ to mid GC, I think from what I heard, with Dino Org being more GC player oriented, I think the consistency isn't going to be as much of an issue to, worry about, or for New Age Sharks to try and cling onto, because, when you get into that mid GC spot, you're not really going to have those consistency issues. When you get up to those higher ranks, you become more consistent, but even when you're playing bad, you're still playing good, if that makes sense.
Yes, of course. They forgot to change their names as well. I remember in the past they had weird names. Ash Crossbar is back. I don't remember exactly which player that is. I want to say a big guess, because I know Bloodwolf and Grey are here. I want to say that is Chillax. We'll have to find out, or again, I'll have to find out who is who real quick. But while we're doing that, again, as you mentioned, again, consistency may not be as big of an issue here for Dino Org, but at this point for them, consistency is what they need to prove. Because in the playoffs, consistency does matter. Because you're going to be playing against other teams like you, and it starts to become less of what teams are higher ranked and more of what team's more consistent, what teams plays better, and that's going to be a much bigger question for them.
Yeah, as we've talked about to each other off stream, more in the bubble pro level. I mean, you can have the best team in the world. You can have Vatira, Zen, First Killer all on a team, but guess what? If they don't play well together and they don't mesh well together with play styles, they're not going to make it out of qualifiers, because they're just going to be stumbling over each other. They're going to be making mistakes all over the place. So I mean, you can have GC 1 and 2 teams, but if they don't work well together versus a C3 to GC 1 team that does play well together, then it can be a little bit of a close.
Right, chat's telling me that Smash Crossbars is Chillax, so that's the name he goes by, Chillax. Of course, he forgot to change his in-game name, because I know he's probably played on the stream back against Ignition. In fact, I believe Zappy actually goes by the name of Crossbars, so I'm happy they're not on the field again together, because they were last time, and that's about as confusing as things get. But again, reminder to all of you, if you see Smash Crossbars, that is Chillax on the field here, as we are waiting on the Dino organization to join on in. They must be just finishing up their warm-ups. Again, it's going to be a 3-player roster here of Aura, Spooty, Covey. Sifri is also a player on that roster, but he is sub, so you can expect the 3 who are on the org's logo to be the representation for them here.
Yeah, and something that I wish that Overlay could capture that their original submission does, is that they have their names under each of the different dinosaurs. They specify who each one player is.
Yeah, specifically which dino.
Dinosaur.
Well, I can tell you guys, if you guys look at the where's the best way to view it? Actually, go to intermission will be the best way to view the logo. There you go. So let me tell you about the logo here for the Dino Org. On the left is Aura, on the middle is Spooty, on the right is Covey, apparently. So if you need the names are on the Org's logo. You can't see it very well, but that blue one is Aura, that middle one, that purple one's Spooty, and that red-orange one is Covey. So it's pretty funny. They actually have the dinos all named.
Apparently, Covey is an angry person.
Yeah, Covey's not the happy dinosaur here. So we'll see how Covey's playing here. He might need to unleash that aggression. He could definitely get some demos, and I don't know how much Sharks do well with Chaos, but from the last time I remember seeing them, they went up against Ignition, who are not really a chaotic team. They're a team that likes to keep control. But if the Dino Org decides to go for chaos, that's something that the Sharks, I don't know how much they can lean into that. But with Gray, he might be a pretty good mitigator for chaos.
Yeah, and I'm kind of wondering if maybe that angry Dino face is maybe because, you know, it's more of a demo-oriented player, maybe someone who's a little bit more aggressive or is going to try and cause that chaos on that field. And now we've seen before where if teams try and cause chaos, they can cause teams to be uncomfortable. Yesterday's match, Sloth Asylum versus LeBron James Esports. Sloth Asylum tried causing chaos for LeBron James Esports, and it worked for a couple of games. We went to a game 5. But you try and push that a little too hard and you try and make it too uncomfortable for that other team. One, they can adjust, or two, you just end up throwing yourselves out of position and making bigger openings for the other team instead.
Well, they are finally here. Dino Electronic Athletic Organization is joining against New Age Sharks, a best-of-5 series. One team 3-0, the other 0-3. One team looking to try to get closer to securing their spot in the playoffs. The other just trying to give themselves a chance. On the blue is Dino Org, on the orange, New Age Sharks. A reminder, Smash Crossbars, well, you won't make that safe first of all, but that is also, Smash Crossbars, also known as Chillax, as Dino Org. 5 seconds in, and, well, they definitely proved that the first thing that the New Age Sharks team will do is learn to respect them, as so many other teams will have to do as well.
Yeah, great start coming out from Dino Org there. Great shot, great goal coming out. You really want that early aggression, that early goal, because that can really set the tone for how you're going to play throughout the entire series, how you're going to play with your team, and really the pace that you're going to set. If it's going to be high scoring, or if you're going to be that offensive team, or maybe if you're going to be more of that defensive smart team.
Well, for right now, Dino Org definitely trying to bring the offense here. They really want to test the New Age Sharks backline, and I can see why they would do it as Gray now, finding Chillax. Spooty will get to it. And the Dino Org still holding well. Again, it's actually a team that's not playing all that chaotically. That angry Dino hasn't been unleashed just yet, although there he is. There's Kofi. And maybe he is angry because he's going for some demos. That is the angry Dino, by the way. So if you ever see demos, just know that's because Kofi seems to be perpetually angry.
Oh, but Spooty also going for a demo. Maybe he's also an angry Dino today. We got all angry Dinos on the side of the Dino Org as both teams kind of trading blows on offense and defense here. Both teams really wanting to set that offense. New Age Sharks trying to get that equalizer, and Dino Org really trying to extend that lead.
And another demo, it's open, and Kofi's missed the open net. That's one that should be going in here, as now Spooty, Flip Reset has it, but will be cleared by Chillax and New Age Sharks. As has every single match, they're playing a lot of defense, but now they overcommit, and Kofi will slot it in. Dino Electronic Athletic Organization catching New Age Sharks, committing everybody upfield.
Yeah, I mean, you can already see within the first quarter of this game which team is the better team, which team is the 3-0, and which team is the 0-3. Dino Org right now just seems to be outpacing and outshooting, outperforming New Age Sharks right now. And we've seen similar matches with other teams who started out slow and looked like the worst team, but then they ended up taking a game or two. So, I mean, just because they're maybe out or a little bit slower in this game does not mean that they're out for the series. But if you are New Age Sharks, you can't leave your entire backline open like that.
Bad touch there, and Gray, well, he got a little bit hungry for the boost there. He didn't challenge, or he had a player behind him that he was there trusting to get in the way. And that just wouldn't happen as Chillax, just wasn't there. He wasn't on the goal line. There was a bit of miscommunication. New Age Sharks team already. I mean, if this is not a bad start, I don't know what is for these guys. I know Electronic still continuing their offensive play, and really a lot of it is like they want demos, but a lot of it is just them playing a much more controlled style. They're just trying to keep the ball away from New Age Sharks, give themselves the plays upfield that they need, and right now they're finding success because of it. Because simply put, they're just playing a lot better right now. These first impressions, and a lot of times first impressions goes to what team has the better rank, what team has the play style that just capitalizes better. And well, rank-wise, it's Dino Electronic all day. It's just a higher ranked team, and you can tell that rank difference is there. But Bloodwolf gonna dribble his way in. Spooty will keep the block off a goal line, and Dino Electronic clears it away again. More strong defense from the team that hasn't had to play much of it this game already.
Yeah, it's good to know that as you know, you're an offensive team that you can also be a defensive team. If you face more offensive handily teams that maybe can even outpace you, because there are teams like that. Oh, that was almost another wide open net for Dino Org there. As again, New Age Sharks really got to solidify that defense, but Dino Org looks like they can solidify defense when they need to. Again, that was a very good demo bump play coming out from New Age Sharks, but Kovi's going to have a little bit of a mini air dribble pop of his own, and he's going to give Dino Org their 4th goal.
And again, what is it with New Age Sharks and committing really aggressively? Bloodwolf never challenged, he trusted his teammates, but you can't do that there as the last player back. You have to be a little more pessimistic than that. You have to expect to make a stop there. I don't know why Bloodwolf played up so high on that position, because that is a decision that just you can't make too often here, because teams will notice that. They're going to capitalize. It's Gray now. Pass across Spoonie. Oh, what a block. Philip from Chillax. That goes wide. And for Dino Electronic, again on defense, they somehow can find a save, even though that play, they did overcommit, and it should have been more open.
And Kovi with this shot almost got a 5th for Dino Org on that counter attack. I think Dino Org, we're going to see similar to what we saw in one of our matches yesterday, where this team's going to be very far up a lot of the times, and until New Age Sharks can find a way to get a threatening enough clear or maybe a fast enough shot, then Dino Org's just going to keep doing it over and over and over, and they're not really going to stop until they get punished, and they make them rethink their decisions, but Kovi's not going to rethink that decision, as he's just going to shoot past the entire backline New Age Sharks defense.
You'd think that it wouldn't be the New Age name. That's the one that's harder to pronounce. But here we go. Dino Electronic 5-0, and again, New Age Sharks, they're pushing up really quickly out of that backline, and it is kind of suffering for them because they trust a little too much in each other. As now Spoonie with a massive dunk, another goal goes in, and well, this is a very rough game one, but as we said, it is a 3-0 team versus an 0-3 team. You'd be a bit foolish to not think that this wasn't a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, you still try and have hope for some of these teams, you know, maybe hope that they have a little bit of a closer rank disparity, or maybe hope that one team's gonna be the supposedly better team's gonna be playing bad that day, so it's a little bit of a closer series. But I mean, this is the, you know, norm scenario for a 3-0 versus a 0-3. It's kind of just the on paper scenario that would happen. 6-0 with 40 seconds left, and when that 6th goal was scored, it was a little over a minute left. So I mean, this is kind of just what is expected to happen on paper.
Yeah, but on paper isn't always what happens in Blackline, but it is here as Dino Electronic. I mean, look at the control. These guys just a higher rank right now, and I think, again, a lot of times game one, based off of first impressions, and for your Chucks, their first impression is, well, this team definitely is higher ranked, and again, what do you see from this team that you think will kind of be something they can cling on to maybe take advantage of Dino, because they're going to be able to outplay them based on rank. They have to outplay them based on what kind of gameplay and game style they go for, and going to game two, they got to make a quick decision on that. Panda, I mean, what did you see between these two that you think New Age Sharks should look at, because you know, right now, I didn't see much from that game that Dino Electronic can be happy about. Sorry, that New Age Sharks can be happy about. Dino Electronic have a lot to be happy about.
I mean, it's just the overcommits on the side of Dino Org is that they overcommit and they push up super far, and New Age Sharks just needs to capitalize on that. And make booming clears, make threatening quick shots like Dino Org was when there were all 3 defenders back. So, I mean, just capitalize on that. And also, you have to early challenge, but you have to communicate those early challenges with each other. You can't be like, early challenge from the back line and not communicate it and just go, because someone else is going to jump with you, or someone else is going to, you know, trust you in a different situation, thinking that you're going to go when you're not going to. It's just a weird situation where you have to communicate early challenges, but that is the way to go, because this is a higher ranked team and they do have the mechanics to be.
Yes, again, these teams taking that full minute here. Again, Dino Org with a massive win, 6-0. New Age Sharks fed 5 shots. That's less than half that Kofi had. Kofi had 11. I mean, just to talk about the offense that Kofi's bringing here, that's insane. 11 shots? That's not common. One player. Kofi, he really was mad, wasn't he? Because he threw everything at that net. And admittedly, it worked for him. 3 goals. New Age Sharks just got very flustered. They weren't able to, you know, work around each other as well as they maybe wanted to. And Again, a lot of this is just this Dino Electronic Athletic Organization really put just finding some control, and again, what a match that was. That must have been one of those things where you feel very happy about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm still kind of surprised from New Age Sharks. 6-0. You would think that the bottom tier player for New Age Sharks wouldn't have even hit triple digits, because we've seen 4-2 score lines, and then one of the players on the losing team didn't even hit triple digits. Every player hit triple digits, and not just triple digits, but like into the 200s for New Age Sharks. They all had saves. I mean, they had to. They had 7 saves across all teams. So, I mean, it's just a little bit surprising.
As we move into game number 2, Dino Electronic Athletic Organization actually were the ones to take that break. So, again, between game 1 and game 2, one of the players left for a little bit. But they're right back in it, and they're starting as they did last game. It wasn't as quick as last game. Last game was 5 seconds to get a goal. But this one, I mean, it's still pretty fast. 7 seconds here. And Spooty with a beautiful shot to the top left corner.
Yeah, Spooty, you're going to give him that space. You're going to give him that pass, absolute dime pass. Then, he's going to score it. He's going to slot into that top corner. And what a beautiful top corner slot that was, by the way. And honestly, if this keeps up from Dino Oregon, they don't get caught out. I know we were talking about it yesterday, but I think that we could see a perfect sweep here.
Well, now you just cursed it, Panda. You just cursed it. It's not going to happen anymore because you said that. That's not how you need to know. Like, you can't say that stuff, because now it's not going to happen. If New Age Sharks score it, like, in the next minute or so, it's your fault. You know that, right?
Okay, fine. You know what? If they score within the final 5 seconds of game number 3, then I'll take that curse. I'll take it to my grave.
As Dino Electronic, I mean, to be fair, even as you said, they are just, again, a dominant team. Like, they are looking like the clear favorites to take this series. Even before the series started, they were the clear favorites. Now, I don't think there's any questions about, who team is playing better right now. And for New Age, the one thing I want to see them do a little bit more is I want to see them try something new, get a bit aggressive, go for some bumps, go for something to wreck the defense of Dino Electronic. Just something unique, because right now they can't play just playing normally. They got to do something different.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're New Age Sharks, try and slow down the play a little bit. You're letting Dino Org control the game too much. There's something to be said about, letting, defense being the best offense, but when the offense is just more superior than your defense can handle, you gotta try and slow it down a little bit in that midfield. You gotta try and cut out these rotations from them, make them rethink what they're doing, make them rethink their push-ups and stuff like that. But if you don't, they're just going to keep, going super fast offense, and they're going to outpace you, because that's what they're doing. They're just outpacing, outspeeding.
I know it's Sharks, I mean, they're keeping a good play, but you can tell that the pressure is getting the better of them, as that's now a bounce. Oh, it's chillax. That's a rough bounce for him. That was nearly the tie game for New Age Sharks. I mean, with all the bad things that have happened for them, with all the defense they're playing, this is still a 1-0 difference. 2 minutes in, they're doing a lot better than they did last game when it came to keeping Dino Electronic out of the goal. As Gray, dribble, looking for the shot. Gray one-on-one. He's looking for it. Oh, what a block from Covey. Here comes Chillax. That one bouncing. Covey's got it. Follow-up shot. And Blood Wolf will score. New Age Sharks will tie it up as the chaos comes off of that dribble.
I cursed it. I don't know if it was in the next minute, but I still cursed it. New Age Sharks now equalizer. They do have a chance to take this game. I think Dino Org may be seeing a little bit of a glimpse of offense from New Age Sharks, and they're gonna rethink how they play this game a little bit. Maybe try and bring back what they had from game number 1, and hopefully they do. That's an amazing redirect coming up from Covey. I didn't expect that just out of nowhere. I thought that play was done. I saw the vision there, but I was like, no way he actually does that, and he did it. And Dino Org up by 1 again.
That's the creativity that we expected from this Dino Electronic side, knowing how they play. This is not too surprising from them, but and Covey again. He was a real player to watch for last game. He had a lot of shots, and now he's got another. Oh, how did Gray get that one off the goal? And he just stood there and watched, and somehow the ball hit off of him of all people.
Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely great coming out from New Age Sharks. You gotta keep up that defense. If you're able to keep up that defense and maybe turn up that offense a little bit, then you'll be golden. Or a double top, he scores it. Yep. I couldn't say it fast enough before he did it, so it sounds like I'm just called it with already knowing what happened, but I knew as soon as he got that lined up and Chillax didn't jump, I knew he scored that. That's just all day, every day.
Yeah, and you cursed it again. You cursed it again. You keep cursing these teams. I guess you had to even it up after cursing New Age Sharks to get a goal. So
Yeah,
I
how
can
did I
understand.
curse Dino?
So you're talking about the New Age Sharks defense, and immediately as you say that,
Oh,
here comes
yeah.
Dino Org to score an absolute banger through the defense. So I guess you just need to even things up. You're chaotic neutral here.
Yeah, I'm chaotic neutral right now. I'm cursing both teams. Maybe if I say that Dino Org doesn't do a sweep. Okay, I think we called that earlier though. And so far, has it happened? I think only caster curses can go so far. They can only work so much magic. But we'll have to see as now Kobe on the offense, not defense, and that's a beautiful read off the post. That's just beautiful coming out from Kobe.
It is. It's a quick read as well. He really didn't waste any time to that one up the corner. And that's why he beat that last minute. As you said, the pace of Dino Electronic is quite fast. They're definitely not the slower team. That's for sure. Their average speed, I'm sure, is much higher than what New Age Sharks have going for them. And I can definitely see the difference it's making here.
Yeah, and this game started out as a close game. We were talking about how it was a close game, but kind of jinxed it towards the second half as now from 1-1 with a little over or a little under 2 minutes remaining. Now we're under 1 minute and it's 4-1. It's 3 unanswered goals from Dino Org. New Age Sharks, I think they don't really have much of a chance of coming back in this game, but they just need to get that go next mentality and bring it up for next game.
But Wolf off the sidewall. Aura in for Spoody to the back wall. Aura doesn't reach it. Spoody looking for that one there. As reminder, it was a 6-1 defeat last game for New Age Sharks. This one, at least so far, looking a little better for them as Kobe, specifically, definitely started to get shut down more, although he's got that dribble. And here he comes with a big stop from Chillax. Here comes Aura. It's open for Spoody. It's goal 5. And the Dino Org, I mean, even with that one hiccup this game, it is still their game, their series, every step of the way.
Yeah, I mean, Spoody there, he, again, like with this, with them being GCs, you leave that backboard completely uncontested, and you're gonna get scored on if it bounces off. Like, if it's just a, like, roll down, then sure, that's pretty much impossible to score from. But, I mean, if you bounce off the crossbar like that, that's just a free shot for these players all day, every day. They're gonna score it. It's just light work for them. They practice it for 10 hours a day, every single day, like it's their job, it's their career. And today it is, as they are going to take game number 2. Oh, ball staying up. Demo coming out from Chillax. Booty not gonna take it. They'll try and get one more goal from her to leave home. I can't English. Dino Org take game 2. I'm handing it off to Sporty.
I'm done. I quit. Game 2's over. Here, as you said, the Dino organization coming in, showing you what they have, and I must say, what an impressive performance so far. It has just been one of those things where, really, there's been nothing to stop these guys here, and I have been absolutely enjoying this performance as the Dino Electronic Athletic Organization are 2-0. We're looking for one more win.
Yeah, and I think they can absolutely do it. Again, 5-1. It started out close. You know, for the first 3 quarters of the match, it was, 0-1, 1-1. But then it kind of just went downhill after like the minute 30 mark, and then it was just goal city, especially for Covey and Spoody. They both got 2 goals, but I mean, Covey just seemed like the way that he was scoring was just on a different level.
It was on a different level. That's a definite way of saying it here. As Dino Electronic Athletic Organization looking to take Game 3 right here, right now against New Age Sharks to keep the undefeated record and get them one step closer to clinching a spot in the final bracket. We're getting closer to doing it. A field sweep will be a huge work for them as Gray, he's way downfield. Wait a second. Oh, he's hit it wide. I don't know if that first shot was on from Chillax, but that second one definitely wasn't from Gray, and that's a huge missed opportunity for the New Age Sharks.
Yeah, if you're going to go for a redirect, you definitely got to make sure that you can maybe not be too fancy with it, because if you are, then you're just going to hit it off post. You're going to send it flying. That's the thing about redirects, that if you can get them perfect, then they're amazing, and they're the deadliest shot in this entire game. If you don't, it's gonna end up bouncing off the wall and going completely different direction, and then counterattack into near net. And in the case of New Age Sharks, it didn't go in their net, but definitely not what they were wanting.
Oh, it's a great save there from Aura. I mean, right now, the Dino Org having to make a lot of defensive stops. New Age Sharks, this is a New Age Sharks. I don't think we've seen this team yet today as one that's just locking down the midfield. Dino Electronic getting challenged really early at this point, and they don't like any of this because they're not getting any time on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what we've been saying throughout the entire series. Is New Age Sharks, you gotta early challenge, and that's a great redirect. Covey showing New Age Sharks that that's how you do a redirect, and that's how you score.
This one, redirect from Covey, Blood Wolf, and that's one where, even though he doesn't make it, that's one at this level that he should be making. I know how good Blood Wolf is. He's not going to be happy giving up that one, because that shot was quite slow and was quite easy to read for him, and he had enough boost for it. It's a miss that Blood Wolf is going to have probably haunt him for a little bit the rest of this game.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want that back if you're Gray. If that would have been that early game lead, that would have definitely set the tone. That would have set the pace. That would have made Dino Org rethink what they were doing and rethink their offense and make them take a step back. Maybe would have bought you a game. You know, obviously, with a game like, or with a team like Dino Org, I don't think that they'd fumble for that long, but still, it wouldn't end this in, you know, a 3-0 sweep fashion. Maybe a 3.
We'll see how this goes here as Electronic looking not for one, but for more. They're going to need to keep the offense going. They've scored consistently every single game so far as Covey, again, with the first goal, now looking for the bump, going to set up a second, but Chillax waits under the demo play, and it will be a clear for New Age Sharks, but not much else as, oh, wait a second, a big giveaway here. Blood Wolf, maybe a chance to redeem himself, but that touch will be cleared away by Covey, and I know Electronic looking for more. That's an open shot. Covey strikes again. He had 3 goals in the first game, and here in game 3, only halfway through, he's already got 2. He's only 1 away from repeating that.
Bro, I swear, if New Age Sharks doesn't score this game, that means that last game, they just scored that 1 goal out of spite because I mentioned the clean sweep. I mentioned the clean sweep, and they only score 1 goal. I better curse it again, because if there's only 1 goal scored in this entire series, I'm going to be a little salty.
Zora, the back wall. Chillax there to receive. Pinch with Aura. Spooty. He may be in the infield. That touch gets around Gray. Still looking is Spooty. Blood Wolf pinches it. This one going long. Aura off the back wall. Covey's awkward. Here comes Chillax in front for Blood Wolf. Nobody can see. And that includes the New Age Sharks. Their shot goes wide. And then Electronic, I mean, at this point, they've only given up a single goal to these guys. And that might stick around for a while here. Because, I mean, they're not finding chances. But these chances just aren't going in the nets. And then Electronic still holding a very strong line on their nets, but it's a line that's needs to be held further as this game is staying exceptionally close.
Yeah, that's a big giveaway from Spooty, but Covey able to save his teammate and not get him under the heat of the casters for that little giveaway pass to the other team. Again, unrelenting offense from New Age Sharks. I think maybe if there was a little bit of a lower ranked team or a lower caliber team, then this New Age Sharks would be absolutely destroying them on that. But this isn't that low caliber of a team. Dino Org is going to save those. And then they're going to get flip reset, double tap, pass, Spooty, score off the amazing play from Covey.
Double tap, my goodness, what? That is something else as, yeah, he almost got the double tap. Okay, that's what you're talking about. I was wondering what you were saying there. I was like, double tap, my goodness. What kind of a play is that? But it is a nice flip reset. He didn't get a lot of power on it, but he sets up his teammates, and but that don't work. I think that's a pretty big sigh of relief for them, because you know, the Sharks have been hounding them this game. This has been their best, I think the Sharks may have looked all season, at least from what I know of, the best they've ever been on this stream, and unfortunately for them, it's against the #1 team, who almost got a double tap there from Spooty. Covey won't read that one, and horrible shoot, but that's gonna go in. Blood Wolf awkward, and being that last one back, Blood Wolf, you expect a little better from him, but he pushed up too high. And Dino Org now at 4, and again, a sigh of relief because New Age Sharks have been a problem this game.
Blood Wolf not even pushed up too far. Bro had his front of the car facing inside the net. Past maybe Platinum. You can't be doing that, my dude.
Oh, wait.
As if you're Dino, you also kind of have to go for kickoff there. Or take kickoff. Take kickoff.
Was this a late fake call from Spooty? And this might have been a late fate call from Spoody because he was the only one on his team who was ready for that. That's a. I don't think I've seen that. Or is this like a pity goal from Dino at this point? I doubt it is. I think they just honestly miscalled and did a miscomm or something because you don't see that often. As New Age Sharks getting a goal here at the end of game 3. At least for them, they do have another goal they can look at. But unfortunately for them, it's probably come too late here. Then Org upfield again. Aura trying to make it 5. Spoody can't get the last touch, but it won't matter. Aura scores here. It's 2 goals for Aura. And the Dino organization, well, they had a misstep, but they're back on the right track.
Absolutely. Maybe they were setting, or Kobe was the one saying, "Hey, let's set it up for the Brazil. Let's give them 1 goal, set it up for the Brazil," because he's that angry Dino, maybe a little bit of a cheeky, playfully toxic Dino, trying to set up that Brazil for their team.
Well, at this point for them, they have less than 30 seconds to do so, and New Age Sharks, well, if they have held the ball, that's going to be a tough thing for them to do, even just to get it away, as, well, they do have it here with Spoody. Relax, trying to keep it out, and New Age Sharks, again, it's been a valiant effort for them in this series. I mean, you respect them for actually coming here and playing against these guys, but unfortunately, there is a difference between the top teams and the not top teams, as a big demo comes through. Spoody's got another, and you know, Electronics, 6 seconds to go. The, Brazil, not unlikely as Aura, went from way downtown to get that demo play.
Yeah, that was amazing to see from Aura there. I was just like, okay, he's just gonna 50 in times probably gonna run now. And then Aura just came out of nowhere and just slammed it to the back of the net. Another goal for New Age Sharks. It's a little late at this point. Again, maybe another pity goal, maybe misplay. Oh no, I think Aura did hit that ball, just unlucky 50, and rest of Dino Org was not ready, or maybe wasn't fully paying attention.
Well, I don't blame them for not paying attention. They've already secured the 3-0 sweep at this point. They'll go 4-0 in the season. Here as New Age Sharks still looking for their first win. It won't come here against the Dino Electronic Athletic Organization, as the DEAO, actually, as they're also known as, will now go 4-0. And they're very close to at this point to getting getting to a point where they'll have a record strong enough to qualify for the playoffs.
Yeah, again, very strong coming out from Dino Org. Great to see from them. Little unfortunate from New Age Sharks to maybe go down that 4th series, but you know, when you're in BLCS, you don't really get petty. You don't get any freebie series unless you're a top team like Dino Org, because you know they're just so dominant. But hey, you know, you just got to work harder and got to improve for next season, or
It's,
next season, next series.
is one of those situations where, unfortunately, for the New Age side, they do have another team playing later tonight, though. But yeah, this one won't work for them. They won't get the upset that they wanted here, as New Age Sharks lose. But later on, we'll have New Age Wolves taking on Midwest Mafia, so that'll be a much closer, at least on paper, matchup. So that will be fun to watch. And I know Electronic Athletic Organization, I mean, just a solid overall team. Again, a great team name. I love the hype they have. It seems like a team that's just relaxed. And well, today, everybody had their moment to shine. Kobe was impressive in game 1, and then later on, Spoody, Aura, both kind of came around him. And I just thought by the end of the series, well, you know, New Age Sharks had gotten a lot better. Still had the Dino Org, and you tell Dino Org, there's a reason they're the top team in this division. They have that team play, that chemistry, and the ways to work around each other.
Yeah, absolutely, and I can't wait to see Dino Org play again if I ever see them play again, and I definitely think that they're going to make it very far into the playoffs this season.
Yeah, I don't think playoffs are really out of the question. I don't think playoffs are really out of the question here for this team. I think, I mean, I think I think that is out of the question. They are playing that well, and they shouldn't miss the playoffs. But we'll see about that. As we are gonna get a little interview with them, I think. Laura is joining us here as we did get some follows coming earlier. Let's see. Thank you for the follows there. Spoody, Umad, Kovi, Croissant, Sinopical, Invincible, because why not? Tizuko, actually, and Askpat, and Commander Bloop, as we got a follow as well from Aura. Thank you, Aura. And speaking of Aura, welcome in, Aura. A 3-0 sweep. Congratulations on your win. You guys are still undefeated, still the best team in your division. How are you feeling tonight after that win?
You know, we're feeling pretty good. We didn't practice a lot before this game, not gonna lie, but we came out on top, so it was pretty good.
Absolutely wonderful, wonderful to hear. What were you feeling throughout, you know, those games? You know, game 1, 2, and 3. What was the pace that you were trying to set?
So we always try to play a pretty fast pace, and I felt like we started out game one 6-1, and then just followed suit the rest of the games.
Yeah, it definitely felt like New Age Sharks got better. It wasn't a thing about you guys getting worse. It was New Age Sharks getting better. They held that midfield. Game 3 was a really tough battle for you guys because they were a lot better at holding you guys. They held you guys back a good couple of times. What did you guys do in Game 3 to change things up? Or did you even change things up in Game 3? Play against their playstyle? Because it felt like at points they had control over you guys and they were playing very aggressively.
We didn't really change a whole lot. The only thing we noticed was that one person was, kind of insta shelling, so we knew once we beat one, it was pretty much either a free shot or free touch middle for someone.
Absolutely. And do you think that, you guys being the top team in your division right now, do you think that you're going to make it all the way to the grand finals this season? I know that's very ambitious, but, for how dominant y'all are playing, do you think you're going to make it all the way to that grand finals?
That's the hope for right now. We've played together for a while. This is our first season in BLCS, so may as well take the cup.
But he walks in. He wants to walk in and be that top player again. Thank you so much for joining, or you guys get to play against who do you play against? You got to play against Cloudy Blue next, so you'll have an interesting match for next week. But again, congrats on your win. One of the best team names we've had on this stream in a while, so thank you for that as well. As again, before you go, uh, is there anything you want to say? Any shoutouts? Any final messages?
No, just shout out the boys, Spoody and Kobe. I love playing with them, and yeah, that's about all.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for joining, or have an amazing rest of your nights. Hopefully, we'll see you guys again soon.
Have a good one, boys.
And that was Aura there. As I will say thank you, Big Dirty Toe and Jackal doing Saint. There we go. For the follows for that. As I did see, UMAD wanted a drink break. UMAD, I'll get a drink break soon. As before we go though, and before I go get my drink, Panda, is there anything you want to say? Any final messages that you have? Because I know for you won't be able to make it later tonight. This will be your last time on the stream, actually for the weekend. So maybe we'll have you for next week. But for now, anything that you want to say?
I mean, always a pleasure, as I say every stream. Casting with you, always getting to cast these series. These higher ranked series that I've been casting recently with you have been amazing. I wish the rest of your stream the best. I wish Chat's Night the best, and yeah, can't wait for next week.
Of course, as again, that's it here for at least now. Our next matchup, New Age Wolves taking to the field. Yeah, it's a New Age night, and that's not the first time it's been like that. This New Age Wolves taking on the ex NOLA Fight Side Midwest Mafia Soul, a new organization coming as well for will be an Academy Series match. We'll see that one very soon. As we'll go on to a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey there, UMAD, you still there? UMAD, if you're still there, I got some water. There you go. Staying hydrated for you guys. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, we're sticking with Blackline, but this time it's the Academy. Midwest Mafia Soul takes on New Age Wolves next on the Sporty stream. Another best of 5, but this one a little close. Maybe is expected to be a little closer than our last one, as our last series was a 3-0 sweep. Dino, the Electronic Athletic Organization, beat the New Age Sharks. Now we have Midwest Mafia Soul, New Age Wolves. This series should be an interesting one. A best of 5. Midwest Mafia Soul, a affiliate to Nola Flight Gaming. New Age Wolves, part of the New Age Esports, or say New Age Gaming organization. Again, I've seen the Sharks play, and we've seen a ton of teams from that org play on this stream. Well, again, these are the lineups we have for tonight. Midwest Mafia, again, you'll recognize all these players on Nola Flight Smoke in the past. In fact, I think all these players actually were on Nola Flight Smoke in the past. Only now their roster, instead of being 5, is now 4 with Inertia as their coach for New Age Wolves. Roster with some players you'll recognize because Jen Bodenside, Plugs, Killer Eagle were all from Knights of Chaos on separate different teams. In fact, I don't know, but I feel like some of these guys were teammates at one point. I know Plugs was on the main roster, Jen was on Breakers Emerald before swapping around to a couple different rosters. Killer Eagle obviously was on Strikers Crimson in the past. Again, what a match we will have here, a best of 5 is. Make sure we get these teams the lobby info. Again, Jen, he was last seen actually on Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold when they lost the Golden Cup finals on this stream. A little while since at least that's the last time I remember seeing him, especially when he was a captain. That was the last time I saw him when he was captain. And it was on Strikers Gold. Before that, again, it was Emerald team, and he's been a couple different rosters for Knights of Chaos. Emerald's probably his most recognizable. Now he's on New Age Gaming as his org. I must say it's going to be quite the matchup here. Again, 3-0 Midwest Mafia Soul have not lost yet this season. In fact, they have gone to Game 5. They went to Game 5 actually in Week 1 against New Age Dragons, who are the second worst team in their group. That they did field sweep Lindenwood, who are the weakest team in their group. At Midwest, who they swept New Age Pirates. So they've only played the weakest teams in this grouping here. I mean, their season's going to get a lot more tougher as we get to that second half. And Wolves are a good example of that, a team that is 2-1. The only loss coming to FFV Splode from Week 1. Their wins against New Age Dragons, another Game 5, and against Lindenwood. So, for these teams, they haven't had to face off against the top echelon too much here. Even FFV Smoke isn't actually in the top 4, I believe. Yeah, they're ranked number 5 right now, so for these teams, this will be a real tester of a match for them. This is a good, tester of that skill that these teams have, because in the Academy Series, only the top 4 teams out of each group. There's 3 groups, only the top 4 of each will go to that final bracket. 12-team, double elim bracket. Should be pretty close here. A lot of teams. Interesting time. Now though, just waiting to see when we will get kind of confirmation from these guys when they're ready, but till then, let's get that prediction poll up for you all. I know there's a good amount of New Age fans who have just lost a lot of good points last series, but you can get them back if you vote here. Depends, obviously, if a lot of people are still here to vote. There you go, prediction poll is live. Midwest Mafia Soul or New Age Wolves. That's your choice to make, as last tonight, at least for New Age, is going to be Jin Bonus Inside, also known as Jermanjin, Kamikaze and Plugs. There is their starting three. That seems to be, again, of the 5 players, that's the 3 that are playing here tonight for Midwest Mafia. The rest was actually announced already. It's going to be, at least what I've heard, Citrus, Godless, and Jaggy being here tonight for this one. Last match tonight as well. See what will be of this. For now, though, we'll just wait to see when they join. Again, the New Age Wolves team already joined in. They joined actually really early, which is surprising. Most teams generally like to wait until match start time. And we'll see when these teams are in. If they want to join early, we can have them join early. I don't have a problem with the series being a bit early here. All for it, really. Our match started up here as betting on both these teams. No co-caster for this one. I know you guys have been seeing me with a lot of co-casters for this week. This match, I won't have one, so it'll be just me and this game in front of us, and obviously all of you guys in there in chat. Because you guys are good analysts too. I know a lot of people in chat are actually really strong analysts, so if you see something, let me know about it. Might, in fact, use your idea. But for now, wait on these teams to pull in the lobby. Again, always fun to see a lot of people you recognize. Because again, I recognize a lot of people. Citrus specifically is a guy I actually work with him a good amount because he is one of the guys who directs ATS. He's actually one of our directors for ATS, which I think is always fun with him. In fact, Citrus is our strategic director. So, and he's actually one of the directors here with us. Again, I appreciate all the stuff he does for ATS, of course, especially with upcoming tournaments. And if you guys don't know about the upcoming tournaments, you guys should know it's a pretty big. Again, if you don't know about the upcoming tournaments, you guys are living on a rock. There's going to be a tournament later this month, an uncapped tournament with Rocket League Splash Series, and in February we'll have our own solo tournament. It'll be a GC3 tournament, so both those tournaments to be fun in their own right. As for now, they're waiting on Midwest Mafia Souls, and a very new organization. Literally only started maybe, I don't know how long ago, but only a matter of weeks, maybe not even weeks, maybe only a week or so. I don't know. It's a very new org. And it seems like that org may have started just around the new year, actually. So, again, only been on org for again a matter of maybe a week or so. Very new, but of course, this being their, I think, only roster for Midwest Mafia. I'll be very, intrigued to see how they'll be playing here tonight. Again, a lot of them are also affiliates with NOLA Flight. Again, all these players in the same were NOLA Flight Smoke in the past, so we'll see how they work things out here on Midwest Mafia. Every match start time. These guys should be in any moment here. Yeah, this is the Academy Series. It's actually the first time we've seen the Academy Series this season, which is quite surprising because, speaking, it's not a league that is, it's a league that I actually don't mind. They're kind of like, it's just one of the more, it's a very interesting league because a lot of people overlook it with it being the lowest ranked league, but can't overlook the talent in this level. It is a champion level division, but and these are some very solid teams, and it's a lot of teams that are actually kind of fall into the Contender Series. So getting, a lot of these teams get kind of experience in the Academy Series, move up to that Contender Series, and they start to find success there. But for now, again, these teams newer. See how they do here. As actually, New Age actually are an org that actually have a ton of teams in this Academy division. They like Blackline. A lot of teams are champion level. In fact, teams they have in total here. They have Mavericks in one group, and they have Wolves, Pirates, Dragons, and another. So they have 4 different teams in the Academy Series. I believe they only have like 2 or 3 outside of the Academy Series. So, a ton of teams here in Academy. Another org that has a couple teams here is FFV. They have 3 different teams in the Academy Series. I find this kind of uninteresting. And the Academy Series is an interesting group because there's so many different weird players in this thing. There's so many teams that you kind of maybe recognize as you go on that get better and better. But for now, all these teams are here. So I'll stop talking about, about the division. And we'll start talking more about the sides here. Midwest Mafia Souls on the blue, New Age Wolves on the orange. As Spoody coming in, thank you for guys in our series earlier. Was on the watch back, of course, man. I was happy to just stream to you guys. Again, congratulations on your win for Dino Electronic. A field sweep from the series before, as we got an Academy Series match here. Midwest Mafia Soul taking on New Age Wolves. A best of 5 here. Midwest Mafia undefeated so far, but they've only played the 3 weakest teams in the division so far. New Age Wolves have also played only teams that are below the top 4. So for both these teams, this is going to be the first major test of the season midway through. It'll be a good kind of light into what's going to happen for the rest of the season for these guys, because you got to be prepared for the top teams. You're going to have to play them in the playoffs if you make it that far. Both these sides. Going to be a real test of their talent as Jaggy. Feel Kamikaze Mook. He'll keep it out. Feel Kamikaze, but with no boost. The, overall pace of these teams, pretty slow overall here. And a lot of it comes to that boost consistency. Just a lot of players don't have it at this level. They don't have that boost control you see at that Contender Series level from a lot of the top teams. Yeah, it's going to be a real tester for both these sides to keep their boost, to keep their control. As a team bump, the bit's open for Jake. He bumps Jim Bonus inside, and Jakey's going to get goal number 1. Welcome to the Academy Series, and oh dear, oh no, that is, oh man, Academy Series gets a bad rap sometimes, but unfortunately, plays like that won't help them. When they run into each other in the midfield in an uncontested play, a free goal for Midwest Mafia, they'll score first because of it. Let's go over, yeah, of course, I appreciate you guys playing. Again, congrats on your win. Midwest Mafia with goal number 1, looking for goal 2. Plugs won't get the block there. Godless. Midwest Mafia again, I love the control they're having, and Godless gonna go for it! Jen with the stop, but that one was very close. I mean, he had picked up a lot of space on that dribble, Godless. It was one of those things where so many players like to slow it down, take control, you know, let the defender jump up and challenge them. He didn't want to give him that time. He wanted to go right for it, push it into the back of the net. He nearly got it, too, because even I didn't recognize just how fast he was going to that goal. Now, Godless, speaking of him, trying to go back to stop this one. Kamikaze. Jay get the clear. Bug sending it back in. Citrus. Off the corner. Godless will try to send it away. Midwest Mafia. But Godless. Need a challenge there from Jen to keep it out as New Age Wolves. Still feels like they just have more inconsistencies here than Midwest Mafia. Feels like they're making more mechanical mistouches right now than the Midwest Mafia side. They're whiffing a lot more, and all this level whiffs are expected. They are detrimental to a team's playstyle, especially since Midwest Mafia haven't really made a ton of those mistakes on their own side. They've been a lot stronger at getting to the ball. Well, I say that, and yet they had 2 whiffs there. They've been a lot better at getting to the ball, though, overall. I think it's better to say here is New Age Wolves. The midfield is Plugs didn't want to jump for it. Jen gonna send it away, but here comes Godless. Jake on the back line trying to bump out Plugs. Godless again, that one off the post, bouncing in front off the other post, and Plugs will clear it away. New Age Wolves shaking on the line here. It's hard not to feel nervous when the shots are coming in like that. Godless to the corner. Still Midwest Mafia, they're holding control, but I need to see them do a little bit more than just hold the ball. What are they going to do when they hold the ball? Well, right now, they're not doing much. Just Kamikaze move! Smash off the bar and in. New Age Wolves with an answer back quickly for the midfield here. Felt like an explosion out of a cannon from Plugs, who just went right up to offense, took no time to waste. He cleared the way for an easy shot. New Age Wolves with a quick attack, but the quickness of it was what worked for them in getting that goal. So far, an even matchup between these two as New Age Wolves are playing more defense. You know, the times when they do speed up, when they do try to pick up the pace a little bit, Midwest Mafia aren't reading it. It's too unexpected for them. Now Jen, oh, what a pass to Plugs! It's open! It's in! Jen Bonus inside may not be the most mechanical player you'll see, but when he lacks in mechanics, he makes up for it with his decision making. Again, it's simple, it's elegant, but he forces that defender. He delays that touch just enough to force the defender to jump at him, thinking maybe a Doomsday Disc was what he was going for. It'll be blocked away as a pass in front will find his teammates. New Age Wolves. Now a 1-goal lead as they've successfully come back from a 0-1 deficit. Time still remaining here for Midwest Mafia to make a response. Citrus. Stop the Kamikaze. Jiggy to Godless. This one, oh, he's missed it. Midwest Mafia, I mean, they didn't make a lot of whiffs starting off this game, but ever since I said that they weren't making too many whiffs, they started to make a lot more of them. And that offense of theirs just feels a bit aimless at times. I don't see enough, from them to really tell me that they're actually making chances. Feels like an offense that has it, that gets opportunities, that is willing to get the possession and can get it. And then once they get it, they don't make much of it. I mean, New Age Wolves are a lot more direct with their plan. It's a lot better as well. It's just working a lot better. It's Kamikaze move. That will be number 3. And New Age Wolves have, again, this is directness of their play. They're willing to take chances at the net a little more often. It feels like Midwest Mafia don't want to do that. And New Age Wolves, they do. That's the difference right now. New Age Wolves are getting more shots, are taking more chances, and they're getting benefited because of it. It's time going to be running out here for Midwest Mafia to make any sort of a comeback. Kamikaze Mook. Oh, Godless has missed that one. Kamikaze Mook trying to get the dunk on Citrus. He pinched away as a challenge from Plugs. will go high. Plug still looking, maybe a second touch. Jiggy gets the clear, but it won't go further than that for very long as Godless with the dunk. Citrus gonna chase after Plugs. He's gone around one though. Plugs, still Plugs. Leaves it for Jen. That one's wide, still in front. Bang! Kamikaze Mook will put in his third. And it's his hat trick. It's New Age Wolves leading 4-1. And if you had any doubts about game one, as a New Age Wolves fan, I think they'll be quelled here sufficiently, as they'll be the ones starting off the series in their favor. A 4-1 game one after going down by a goal early. They brought it back, and again, that offense, a lot more meaningful it feels on every single play they're going for. As Midwest Mafia, I need to see them be a little more direct. Really have a bit more of a streamlined game plan, because right now it just feels like they're just kind of trying to, they're just trying to kind of roll with the punches, and while that works for some teams, they need to actually have a game plan. It just feels a bit, undecided what they want to do. They have to make a decision soon, because if they don't, New Age Wolves will start to run over them, especially with their offense being as efficient as it is. 8 shots, 4 goals. It's a 1 out of 4 for Midwest Mafia. Move into game number 2. New Age Wolves been appreciating the plays they've made. Again, New Age Esports have not had a win on the stream in a little while, actually. So far, definitely have to appreciate a lot of the things they've been doing here, as we're going to go into game number 2 as soon as these guys are ready. There we go, they're back in, they're ready. For a good reason as well. Our best of 5 continues here. Game number 2. Well, it has been quite a start to the series, at least for New Age Wolves. Definitely coming out strong with their offense, and they're still trying to continue that there. An infield pass to Jin bonus inside nearly connects. Will be cleared away as New Age Wolves looking to keep the ball here. Plugs. Cleared downfield. Godless. Oh, he completely undershot that one. Will be an open chance for Jen. In for Kamikaze Mook. Gone Citrus, but it's still kept out as now Jen dunked away. Rage Wolves, oh, they gotta be careful here. Overcommit for the midfield. That nearly cost them there. An early challenge, I believe, from Jen. He'll be so thankful that shot wasn't on, because that was a very delayed reaction. I mean, when you make delayed reactions, when you miss the ball like that, you give the other team open chances to take whatever they want. You just can't do it, especially when the net's open, because they're just going to try to shoot it into the net. And at this level, there should be getting those open nets relatively often. As a miss from Jen. Plugs out to the side. Kamikaze Mook. Jiggy the pinch across. Jen backflipped. Godless keeping it high. Plugs trying to get that one past Citrus. Still Godless. The pinch off the corner. Kamikaze Mook. It's Jaggy. New Age Wolves, oh, they're not feeling comfortable here. Midwest Mafia, it's open! Jaggy by himself! Unassisted! No one near needed to help him. As Jen couldn't read the back wall, and neither did Plugs. 2 misses from New Age Wolves, and 2 misses that will prove to be costly. Going right back into it. The action continues. Midwest Mafia, maybe a second goal. Oh, what a save from Jen. The backflip, but a follow-up. Oh, he's done it again. Jen bonus inside. A miracle last stand. New Age Wolves. How on earth did they keep that one out? Someone's gonna take a look at Jen's car. I can't believe he got those. There's now an infield pass. Citrus. Bouncer second. He's found the net. Midwest Mafia Soul. Fighting right back in this one. Again, these delayed challenges from the defense from both these sides have been just not the right decision. You need to be more direct. You need to be willing to just go faster. Usually these players are hesitating themselves because they're feeling the nerves here, and you just can't do that. Down there on that goal line, he could have challenged. He actually could have beaten that player to the ball. Instead, he decided to jump a bit late for it, and at this level, you cannot wait for the plays to come to you. Especially if you're on the back line, you just gotta hit them, get them out. Hesitancy will kill these teams, and for Jenny, I think he's realized it there. There's now an infield touch, a pinch away from Midwest Mafia, as Citrus and Jaggy jump for that one. New Age Wolves on the clear. Godless though, sending it right back. Gen bonus inside. Citrus. Shot to the midfield as Jaggy's waiting. Kamikaze Mook. Gen. Get past Godless. Bugs. That touch, he was looking for an infield pass to Kamikaze Mook, but it was just a bit too weak, and now they've challenged in the midfield again. This one should be open. Godless can't put it in. New Age Wolves, not the first time they've been caught, sending everybody up a little too far. Offense hasn't been able to get chance, and a lot of it is just from these challenges in the midfield just not being there. And it feels like they're just trying to challenge late here and get away with it. They're not getting away with it. This is a team that's too good for them to, wait for them to make the play. You have to be able to take the initiative. It's Kamikaze Mook. Get Fujay. Is this one going to the net? Gen bonus inside will keep it away. Now he'll clear it long. Citrus. Godless won't read it. Plugs, low shot, and this one, right across the net, untouched there, but one from New Age Wolves willing to push up into the midfield. Now Kamikaze Mook, another one. Jaggy with the stop. New Age Wolves just can't get themselves close enough to the net. Midwest Mafia, another chance. The Wolves, feels like they're starting to get very desperate here. They're taking a lot of early shots when they go into offense. I think it's because they realize just how little time they have left. Won't get many chances either. There's now a miss from Kamikaze. Gen trying to leave it for Plugs. Citrus will challenge early, and that's the kind of lack of hesitation that I need to see some of these teams bring. Challenge early. You don't wait for the play to come to you. And instead on defense, you go for it yourself. Now a miscue. That's in the midfield. Gen stopped by Goss. Another early challenge. And again, a lack of hesitation from Midwest Mafia. It's showing up here. The New Age Wolves, just feel a lot more, I think, of the pressure. As Plugs trying to find an infield play. Again, stops on the goal line from Midwest Mafia. Kamikaze now. This net looking a little more open. Citrus won't get to it, but Godless will. He flicks it away. New Age Wolves. Now slow things down as Plugs. Back pass to Gen bonus inside. Gen. Off the corner. This will stop him there. Now a clear to the midfield. Plugs. Heavy touch. Jaggy. It's Gen now. In for Kamikaze Mook. It's now or never for the match shot. Is high. Plugs. Redirected wide with a big save from Jaggy. And that will end game 2 of a response from Midwest Mafia. The hesitation gone for Midwest Mafia. But for New Age Wolves, that's what they're going to need to fix on. A lot of this came down to just hesitation on the back line. I felt a lot of it was from Jen specifically. It felt like they wanted the ball to wait for the ball, but you can't do that at this level. You have to be a little bit more direct. You have to be willing to take chances. But again, unfortunate for them here as we'll move into game number 3. New Age Wolves. 4 shots to 5. It's a lot closer, and I think that's what Midwest Mafia want. They want it to be close. When it's close, that means that they can make the difference. Again, it comes to the mechanics, it comes to the little plays. I think that's why Midwest Mafia Soul will win. They'll win on mechanics, that's for sure. I don't think there's a question on what team's more mechanical out of these two. Just depends, though. What team can make the most of it? What team, is willing to be a little more aggressive, willing to take those chances? If these teams aren't gonna, because if players don't feel confident, that's gonna be a detriment to these teams every single game. And New Age Wolves, you see that confidence come back from Gen Bo's inside. Felt like on defense, he just too much. He was waiting too far back. Can't afford to do that here. As almost a goal from Kamikaze. Move down the midfield. Citrus will send it away. And bonus inside. Godless and Jaggy both jumping at it. Bugs having to wait. He's taking too much time though. This is off the back wall. Kamikaze Mook will clear it away, but only as far as Citrus to the back wall. Plugs bumped out. Jen doesn't reach it. But the shot is not even close to the net. And New Age Wolves now on their attack. Fake from Kamikaze Mook. Gonna go to the nets. Plugs will tap it in. And you saw the ball was hanging there. A 2v1 and Kamikaze Mook. Jaggy simply put just overthought that one a little too much. You must have thought Kamikaze would have gone for an earlier shot. Kamikaze did nothing. And the ball will fall under that last defender. New Age Wolves will take the first goal of Game 3. Be off the kickoff, looking for another chance was Kamikaze Mook. New Age Wolves not done with just that first goal as Jen now. That one just wide of the net. Still following up with an infield touch to Plugs. This one dropping! And it's a second goal for Plugs. The shooting back online for New Age Wolves. What a resurgence after that Game 2. It felt like their offense had disappeared. It felt like their offense was gone in Game 2. It felt like they just couldn't get a chance. They couldn't get from the midfield. A lot of their shots came really early. But now you can see them building up these plays, building up the pressure. Just look at the difference it's made for them. 2 goals inside the first minute here in Game 3. New Age Wolves, a definite improvement from last game. And they continue to do it. The consistency going to be a real question for them. It's Kamikaze Mook. Jaggy. Still Jaggy as he's going to look in the midfield. Plug's trying to get the clear. Off the corner, Jaggy almost bumped out there as now he's got the flick. Citrus. He goes to the net. Plugs with a demo. Oh, and he's got to be careful here. Plugs. It's around both players on that are challenging up to him. It was a scary position for him, but you definitely give credit, definitely give credit to a player on the goal line who doesn't panic initially in those plays, who keeps his composure, who knows he can go for the challenge, and 6-2 his guns. Defense of New Age Wolves being tested on that back line. That's a great challenge from Jen. It's open for Kamikaze, but Citrus will get there in time. Now he's got the clear. It's open. Godless has it. Dribbles to the bottom left. And at some point you knew New Age Wolves would be caught from this. Their rotation breaks down again. An aggressive, too aggressive a challenge from Plugs, and he's just leaving nobody back. New Age Wolves, it just feels too often this series. They've gone away when we're setting up that third player a little too aggressive, a little too high up. Finally, Midwest Mafia will be able to score on one of those transitions. New Age Wolves, not been an issue that I've had to mention all that much that they've had to directly address, but they might have to soon because it can become a real problem for them. Godless, he's looking for a second one. He's got the touch on the back wall in front and Plugs sacrificing his life to get that save. Will it be enough? It's off the back wall. Another great clear as more challenges coming from New Age Wolves. I believe Plugs off the demo spawn. Got to that one in time. New Age Wolves in that defense definitely showing up, and again, less hesitation from them. But it's hurt them in the midfield at times. On defense, they've been able to make good challenges because of it. At this level, I cannot wait for the players to come to you. You gotta make them yourself. As Citrus, gonna make the solo play here off to the back wall. Doesn't have enough boost to get a second touch. Jen trying to clear it away as Godless. Plugs. New Age Wolves just trying to find some sort of a play that they can make. Haven't found anything just yet though as Jen. Citrus will try to get off that side. Here's Plugs, doesn't get that shot on. Jakey will hit it out to Godless. And they'll look to try to hit it away up to offense again as they're down by 1 here, Midwest Mafia. So maybe it's time for them to try to push in some offense, really push a new agenda. Maybe demos. We haven't seen a ton of that yet this series from these teams when it comes to offense, when it comes to making plays. They haven't felt the need to. Been a lot more just on quick shots, quick aggression. Could be the difference that these teams need. Is Jake a big whiff? That one rolling. Citrus is took it out of his own nets. Kamikaze Mook. That's wide. And Jakey will clear. Scary signs there of Midwest Mafia soul, but they'll breathe a little bit of a hopeful sigh as now Godless can't find that one. Midwest Mafia soul hanging on by a thread on that defensive line. Now they can push upfield. Can they get a chance? Jen. Oh, he's awkward. Going for Boo. Citrus will shoot. How did Jen get to it? He left that play up to a shot there from Midwest Mafia. But they weren't there fast enough. Jen got to the ball. He directed it away from the nets. As New Age Wolves now gotta be careful. Godless to shoot. Kamikaze Mook the block. Citrus the dribble. Jen will clear it out, but in comes Jaggy. Up in the air, Jaggy gets past 2. Maybe one more for Godless! He's dropped it in! Midwest Mafia Soul! A tie game at 2-2. From the midfield to the goal, Midwest Mafia make the comeback happen. A dribble play an aerial dribble play that couldn't work for them, but a But it did result in a pass. It did result in a shot. And from that close a range, it won't be missed as this game determines match points. A demo traded there from both sides. Now another one. As New Age Wolves looking to get offense, chasing on the ball. Kamikaze Mook, infield touch, across his plugs, drop down, that's off the post. Jake is in a clear. This one directed wide, and it will hit the ground for overtime. A last second shot from Plug. He's been scary all game long. He has the 2 goals for New Age Wolves in this game here. You might want to get the shot from this one. It's open! Citrus takes game free for Midwest Mafia. A miss off the kickoff. An open net for Citrus. Midwest Mafia Soul pull through from 0-2 down to a 3-2 game win. Now only 1 game away from taking the series. Midwest Mafia Soul. They're getting closer and closer. They're going to try to keep that undefeated record in their possession again. What a heavy series it's been. These teams have really been tested against, top competition. Right where credit's due. Midwest Mafia and New Age Wolf have both been playing very well to it. There's a lot of questions of whether or not one of these teams would maybe not play so well because they only played against weaker opponents. Against teams that are having very good seasons. These guys are looking very good. But for now, let's get right back in it. The series may near to its close here. Midwest Mafia Soul can end it with 1 more win. You know what New Age Wolves can do on offense. Can Midwest Mafia Soul close out the series? That's not a good start there. That team bump in the midfield. You'll find the pass to Jaggy. Godless. Killer Eagle having now subbed in for Plugs. They weren't happy with that. With those last couple games, they wanted to change it up. Killer Eagle, an interesting player. Him and Jen, I don't think I've ever seen them on a roster together. But again, being Knights of Chaos organization members, definitely have that chemistry from that in the past, and we'll see if maybe those two can work together because of it. So I do find it interesting that they replaced Plugs of all players. Yes, he was the one that felt like he had a lot of the shots in the last game. And maybe my suspicions were not incorrect because in comes Jake and somehow that pitch goes in. Jen challenged a bit late, a little far off the ball. Won't be happy with it as Dinosaur Reaper and Jack. Hello. How you doing, Dinosaur Reaper? Welcome in. We got a best of 5 series here. You've joined in time for Game 4, Midwest Mafia Soul against New Age Wolves here in the Blackline Championship Series Academy Series. Midwest Mafia, the top team in their division at, New Age Wolves, actually I believe 2nd or 3rd at 2-1. Highly anticipated match for both these sides. It's definitely one that's going to be a big test against other top tier competition. As what's the rank for this tournament? For this division, Academy Series is champion level, C1 to C3. You may see like a Diamond 3 player in there occasionally, but it's almost entirely champ. New Age Wolves have to make a comeback here. They've dropped that first goal to Midwest Mafia. Midwest Mafia at this point can just try to play a little more defensive maybe, because they don't have to score anymore. Pressure's on New Age Wolves to make the adjustments. Your ballpark, Dinosaur Reaper? Well, I'm happy to hear that. Yes, this is an awesome match though. As Midwest Mafia holding the offense, shot on. Killer Eagle will get the block. I haven't seen a huge adjustment there, and again, the odds New Age Wolves just has weakened as a result. Again, I think I'm surprised that Plugs was the person they decided to replace, but maybe I shouldn't be talking too soon. Kamikaze Mook will put one back, and New Age Wolves not out of this series just yet. As he somehow gets past both Citrus and Jaggy on the back line. Just a quicker aerial overall. The goal for New Age Wolves, where they can tie this game up and potentially, if they can work more, tie the series up as a vote going into Game 5. The Eagle gets past Citrus. Pull off the corner. Jaggy won't get there. Godless has got to be careful. Again, I'm so surprised at how hesitant some of these players are to get to the ball, and I just think, the players should be, a lot of these players here could be challenging so much earlier on, on offense and defense. I'm surprised that they both wait so much. It's really something that these teams can really take advantage of. It is challenging early. It is taking, a much more aggressive stance at times. Because, again, at this level, you can trust your teammates to come back and help defend for you, but maybe not here, because Jen's going to get the long touch. That's under the crossbar. And New Age Wolves will take the lead as, well, the midfield there was Citrus, and, again, hesitant from Citrus. Pushed up quite high on that play as well. It won't help him in that sense, but he just pushed up too high, and he didn't challenge early enough. And for Midwest Mafia Soul, it was what allowed them to be so successful last game was the New Age Wolves' hesitation. Surprised to see it here from them in this game. And the series has gone back and forth for the most part. Midwest Mafia, they don't want to go back and forth again though. They want to end it here. They'll need a goal to do it as an infield pass. Jen, oh, it was predicting Citrus to get to that touch. Now Jaggy off the shot, that one high. Killer Eagle will get to the block. Just take the chase on Jen, bonus aside. Fake there, Godless. Won't reach the ball as Kamikaze Mook trying to do it away. Jaggy trying to keep it close, trying to challenge him early as Jen blocked in the midfield. Midwest Mafia. They've got to start thinking about it soon. They only have actually 90 seconds left, I should say, in this game. Well, that's still easily enough time to get one goal. It will tick away quite quickly for them. As New Age Wolves especially holding the offense right now. US Mafia hitting in their nets. The Eagle looking to the midfield, cleared by Citrus. Kamikaze Mook backflipped on the spot. And bonus inside will get to the ball and prevent it from being anything worse for Midwest Mafia. It's now off the corner from Citrus. Godless doesn't reach it! That's gonna be a shot for Kamikaze Mook! And that is what they need. Godless, simply put, didn't have the boost. He was trying to fake it there to let his teammates come up. But New Age Wolves didn't take any of that. And New Age Wolves bringing the ferocity back into their playstyle. All they need to do is hold for a little bit longer. Jen, get away. Godless sends it back up. This one going to the net. Demo coming Cosmic with a single touch. Citrus. And put it on as that one comes to the ground. It's Jaggy. You're looking to the midfield. Godless jumping. Beaten by Kamikaze Mook. And with 30 seconds to go, there's Mafia Soul. They've got to really find something miraculous here. Because this just doesn't feel like enough time for them to come back. Godless. Just trying to find any way out of defense. Citrus now trying to do the same, but he's left it up for Jen. That one's wide. Jaggy will pre-flip into it. But he still can't get the ball clear. Midwest Mafia Soul will have to go to Game 5. They couldn't end the series here. And now this series tied up again. But this time, we're going to Champions Field to determine the winner. In an even matchup, it feels. Substitution of New Age Wolves for Killer Eagle, at least. You know, it didn't bring a new source of offense. It actually weakened their offense. But it did strengthen their defense. And maybe that allows Jen, I think, to push up a little more. And Kamikaze Mook specifically did push up as well. Both these players definitely finding their success on the offensive side. Again, the change wasn't an offensive one. It was a defensive one. He's able to make the adjustments they need as we'll go to Game 5, our final game of the series. In an even back-and-forth match. Only one team can win it. Here we go. Game 5. Midwest Mafia Soul, New Age Wolves. The series ends here. Now the question is who's going to take it? New Age Wolves and Midwest Mafia both have their control on offense. It really does feel like whoever gets that first goal, whoever gets that initial momentum is the one to win. Meaning that for this game at least, it's really going to be a race, I think, to see who will be able to lead 1-0 starting off this game. Pressure on. These teams have a strong offensive showing. We'll see more overcommits as a result, but for now, on an infield pass, Jaggy stopped by two defenders from New Age. Is now fought from Godless. What a shot! Oh, Jen using his post to help him out on that one. A big block. Now Citrus going to that himself. Killer Eagle, Jen both getting a touch on it. Midwest Mafia. Some really great early chances. These shots coming with some power, coming in with some creativity and some really good placements. They aren't good enough to beat New Age Wolves just yet, but in time, if they get a couple more plays like it, one of them's going to fall through. Demo! Kamikaze Mook in field! No one could read it. And Midwest Mafia trying to clear this one away with Jaggy. Followed by Kamikaze Mook. This here. Up with it is Godless. Jen. And clear it away. Killer Eagle doesn't want it. Midwest Mafia again keeping their goal line clean for now. A lot of defense. So many people have talked about how defense wins championships, and Midwest Mafia, their defense right now will be the reason they'll win this game. I mean, they're getting a lot of shots against them. Holding them up very well. Now, Jaggy and Citrus gonna work the offense. Jaggy on one. Citrus to go to the net. Kept away as New Age Wolves panicking just to get there. Diving stops, and their defense strong as well as Citrus. Mikaze looking to the midfield. Jaggy dogs! Killer Eagle! With no respect for the Midwest Mafia defense. A big dunk, and that one, a real surprising shot out of nowhere. With 3 minutes to go, New Age Wolves suddenly give themselves a 1-goal lead. Okay, Midwest Mafia, find the response. Godless. Kept in the midfield. Jaggy trying to go off the sidewall. Still Jaggy. Kamikaze Mook. Citrus trying to challenge him. This one going close to the net, but Chen bonus inside will clear. Godless beans the punch in the midfield, but here comes Jaggy. 1-on-2. Jaggy with a shot. Double commit from New Age Wolves, but they will save it away. That's where Midwest Mafia can maybe take advantage. It's gonna lower the boost of New Age. Starving this team of their resources. All they're in the back line. And Jaggy won't get it. Kamikaze Mook. Wolves sometimes, and maybe even get a second goal in this game. As infield, Jaggy. Pop up from Jaggy. Killer Eagle. A wave dash to it. But Midwest Mafia working for the midfield here, keeping control. That wins the front. Kamikaze Mook gets there in time. And that one, New Age Wolves nearly watching their lead dissipate in front of them. That's a quick reaction, too, just to get up to it on the back line. They knew it was dropping in front of that. They knew that Midwest Mafia would send people up for it. This one, getting close, keep staying close, says in front for Godless, fake on one, Godless, a Killer Eagle to Jaggy! That one kept off the line by Kamikaze Mook, and Midwest Mafia can't believe it, their chance, Citrus, that's off the crossbar! So close, and yet somehow they can't find the net! As Killer Eagle, Citrus, to the side, to the back wall, Midwest Mafia can't find the net! Here comes Jaggy. Maybe another opportunity for them. Kamikaze Mook stops it quickly in the defense. Maybe a little bit of a relaxer here for New Age Wolves, having to play that much on their goal line. It is not a, way that they want to play. It's not the way they want the series to end, that's for sure. They're leading 1-0. They don't have to score anymore. Their defense just has to stay strong. Midwest Mafia still haven't scored yet. Time ticking down. Jaggy gonna put in the clear. Jen off to the sidewall. Still Jen as he goes to the back. Can't get the double tap. A Kamikaze Mook shot. That's off the post. Midwest Mafia back the other way with Jaggy. Wait, he's got a chance. The flick from Jaggy. He's done it. Jaggy down the field. Midwest Mafia soul right there with him. New Age Wolves gave him space. That's the last thing you want to do there. Jaggy, giving Midwest Mafia soul hope here in Champions Field. And off the kickoff, Midwest Mafia. The confidence is back with them. The chemistry, the momentum, I should say, is back there, it feels. What will they do with these, with this happy feeling, with this confident feeling now? But they know they can come back in this one. Will they take it? Maybe not! Killer Eagle! Unbelievable! With 2 seconds left, an immediate turn, a big shot, and a big goal. New Age Wolves, almost. The series is almost theirs. It's within grasp now. And off the kickoff! This one not over yet, Killer Eagle. The substitute came in the game 4. Can this one end off of his shot? Bounce in front! It will! New Age Wolves end the series. A 3-2 win. The substitute scoring the go-ahead goal. But defense was the name of that one. 7 saves overall, 4 from Kamikaze Mook. And at least 2 of them were ones where you had to dive to get to them as well. New Age Wolves win the series, but my goodness, that was a tough battle. Fight their way back to grind through it all. What a performance here from New Age. Again, they must be feeling absolutely ecstatic, taking on and taking down what was the only undefeated team left in their group. Again, a top tier performance from both these sides, but it is New Age Wolves who will win this one here. As you know, we're almost certainly going to get an interview with these guys. I'm just going to make sure we get some time with them. As again, what a match that was. An Enduro night, a beautiful Game 5. Actually, we had a lot of New Age fans come back here for this one and pick the New Age Wolves to take it. And congratulations to them. A huge performance for a team, again, that we knew could compete at the top level of this group. Now they've proven and win as well. 3-0 win. That's exactly what they wanted. As we'll make sure to get an interview with these guys. Again, 1 sec. Let me make sure we get here for them. Again, a 3-2 win. What an end to our night here. Is joining us here now is Jen Bonus inside Kamikaze Mook and Killer Eagle. A big series. You guys have just taken down the top team in your group. Jen Bonus side. You guys, I mentioned before this that neither teams really had to, a test of what the top of the division was like. But now that you guys have finally faced off against the number one, the team that was undefeated, a team that was undefeated in this group, and I should say not the only undefeated team, one of the 2 undefeated teams in this group. How are you guys feeling with that win? That must feel really good for you guys.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
They played great. We played decent in the first couple rounds, and then we got it together and came back and came out victorious.
You guys did come back victorious. I mean, just to add to that, Kamikaze Mook, you here for the whole series. It was not a good start for you guys. You guys lost game 1 quite badly. It felt like you guys didn't have any hope for offense. What was that kind of change? Because as the series went on, you guys got more and more control. You slowly regained. You got back on offense until game 5, where ultimately you guys kind of blew up that defense. I mean, can you tell me what it was like? Can you tell me kind of the progression that you guys had in the series when it came to playing more and more offensively?
I think Jen called it right. I mean, he told us if we pressure them more, we get more pressure opportunities to score, and that's what we try to do.
I mean, try is one way of saying it. I think you guys succeeded in finding that pressure. As Killer Eagle also joining us here, came in as that sub during game 4. Killer Eagle, who made that call? Before game 4 to sub you in. I initially was not a big fan of it. I liked what I saw from Plugs, but obviously you made the difference coming into that one. You were also the one to score the series-winning goal. So who made the decision to sub you in for game 4, and why was that the decision made? Because obviously you guys
Plugs.
you had an idea.
Honestly, it was Plugs
Killer Eagle,
because he was
your
lagging
mic.
too much.
Killer Eagle, your mic.
You're a robot. You're a robot.
You got your mic there.
So,
How did you guys?
this-
Killer Eagle doesn't
better
sound
now.
like robot. No, it's not.
no, it's not good.
Is he on computer?
Hold on.
No, he's on Xbox.
He's on Xbox. Okay.
So the decision was Plugs's. Plugs's has been having internet problems, so there's a lot of in that first 3 games. He was getting a lot of lag touches and lag demos that, he said that
Okay.
he was demoing people, but then nothing happened, or he was touching the ball and nothing happened. So he decided himself to pull himself out and have Killer Eagle come in. And so
Man, what a gutsy decision that is to sub in at that point when you're on your back on your last life. But you guys do it here. Get on the undefeated side. I mean, Academy Series has been one where, again, I think a lot of people have been, interested in. And for you guys, the scarce team you had to play before this was FV Explode, who aren't even in the top 4. So the last part of your season is going to be really tough for you guys. And Kamikaze Mook, I mean, Tell me, are you guys ready for the end of the season? Because it's going to be a really tough battle. You got to play against a lot of the other top tier teams in these final weeks.
Yeah, I think we're ready. As long as we keep playing together, then as long as the season goes on, hopefully our chemistry and synergy gets better. Then we'll go from there. We'll just take one game at a time.
Impressed from your guys' performance today. Congratulations on your 3-2 series win here against Midwest Mafia. So, but before you guys go, we'll get some shoutouts. Killer Eagle, is your mic better?
Is it? I don't know.
It is. Yeah, the mic's back. Hello,
Okay.
Killer Eagle. You have any last things you want to say? Any shoutouts? Any last messages?
I'd like to shout out the other team for playing good for the last 2 games, even though I wasn't there for the first 3. Then I'd like to shout out the New Age server for, being a good server. Shout out you for casting, obviously. And then I would like to say very good games.
Again, thank you so much for the compliment. And again, congratulations on your win. We'll now move to Kamikaze Mook. Is there anything that you'd like to say, Kamikaze Mook?
Just like shout out to the New Age server, and then shout out to the team for playing well. Give us run for our money, and then that's it.
Of course, and we'll end with Jen Bodos inside. You've been on the stream a lot, Jen. You're kind of a veteran of the stream, and I think a lot of people don't really recognize just how often you've been here, especially back when I was on Nights of Chaos. You're on the stream all the time. It's nice to see you again after such a long amount of time. I think that wasn't the last time I saw you was when you were on Nights of Chaos, Strikers Gold.
Yep, we
I was thinking,
were.
yeah, when you guys lost to Infinity Gaming in the finals.
Yep,
That was the last time.
yep.
I saw you guys. That was when was that? That was
Almost,
that was a long
almost
time
6
ago.
months ago.
Yeah, that's almost 6 months ago. My goodness.
6,
was
7 months
in-
ago.
It was in July. That was in
Yeah.
July. So nice to see you again, man, after such a long break. And congrats on
Yeah.
your win. Is there anything you'd like to say here now that you're back?
Oh, I mean, just like everybody, thanks for the other team for putting up a good fight. It was fun. Thank you for casting our game. Thank you for the New Age Gaming for letting us play as a team, and everybody. Thank you for watching our game. It was a close one. We kept you on your toes, so hopefully more future casted games by you, Sporty.
Yeah, if you guys wanna, you guys, tell me about future matches. Maybe I'll be able to take them. You guys are having a great season so far. Again, congrats on your win here. Jim Bonus inside, Kamikaze Mook, and Killer Eagle here of New Age Wolves. Good luck next week when you play against another New Age team. Which team is it? It is
New Age Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates. You have to play Pirates next week. Good luck on that match. Hopefully, we'll see you then.
Yep. GG. Thanks, Sporty.
But
GG, thanks.
again, I see you there in chat. There, DNMS Reaper. I'm just gonna call you Dynamis Reaper. Hello, Reaper. Again, got you the water. I got you the drink break. Here you go. We'll finish the water. There you go. Again, thank you all so much for joining tonight. An incredible 2 matches we had. Again, take a look at our schedules. Dino Electronic Athletic Organization, a field sweep over New Age Sharks. And then New Age Wolves, a 3-2 win over Midwest Mafia Soul. So again, thank you all so much for joining tonight. Cross Dog, thank you for casting. Of course, thank you for watching. It really does mean a lot. Again, thank you all so much for being so supportive here. And we'll get a raid going here. Thank you all so much for joining. Amazing rest of the night. I'll be live again actually tomorrow with some more matches from Blackline and from Skyward, I believe. Yeah, Blackline and Skyward. So until then, see you guys soon.